Hello, I'm Emily, and today we are going to dive into an essential aspect of education reading memorization in field practicum. In the field of education, we often encounter students who struggle with reading. As an educator, it is our role to support them and provide the right interventions. Reading memorization is a tailored approach aimed at improving students' reading skills. In a field practicum setting, it becomes even more important as we can observe and implement these strategies in real classroom environments. For hands on experience, we'll learn how to assess reading difficulties, adapt teaching methods, and track progress. It's about making sure every student has the tools they need to succeed. Stay tuned and let's explore how reading memorization in the field practicum can make a real difference for both students and educators. Let's get started. And for this video's agenda, we're going to evaluate the impact of targeted interventions on grade 11 BPP students' reading abilities, specifically addressing vocabulary and reading comprehension. Next, we're going to analyze the pre-test and post-test result to determine the level of improvement in students' reading abilities, including miscues and comprehension scores. So this is the content for this video. To start, reading memorization refers to a set of targeted instructional strategies designed to help students who are struggling to develop the essential reading skills necessary for academic success. So, the goal of this reading memorization is to provide individualized support, enabling students to catch up with their peers and achieve academic success. In my reading memorization practicum, I applied the strategies directly in a real classroom setting, which gave me hands on experience in assessing the specific needs of my students. I began by identifying areas where students were struggling and then used targeted interventions such as guided reading sessions to address those challenges. Through this practicum, I was able to observe how reading memorization works in practice and adapt strategies based on the individual needs of each student. This experience also highlighted the importance of progress monitoring, tracking students' growth over time to ensure that the strategies were effective. So this is my reading intervention plan. So we have here stage 1 and stage 2. For stage 1, field review was conducted to identify the reading level of my learners. So after that, I have chosen 5 students among 9 identified learners in my classroom. And we have for stage 2, reading assessment plan to be conducted to the 5 identified frustration level learners. And this will be integrated to the implementation of Catch Up Fridays. This includes the asking of consent in our school to the parents and, of course, my students as well. And okay, this is an example of a reading intervention plan. So for week 2, I have planned these activities, and I have here some reading assessment tool that is related to my plan earlier. So the purpose of this activity or the goal of this activity is to help students strengthen their vocabulary, improve their spelling skills, and recognize how words are used within a text. By starting with a spelling activity, students will be familiarize themselves with the correct spelling of important words. Then, as they read a story, they will encounter those words in context, which reinforces their understanding and retention. The post reading activity will further deepen their comprehension by requiring them to reflect on how these words are used in the story and apply them in their own writing. So, this process ensures that students not only remember the spelling of the words but also understand their meanings and usage in a real life context. So, this is one of the examples. And this is for week 6, wherein I have let them watch a movie as per advice of my reading specialist, because she said students are bombarded with activities, lots of activities. So it is better that I would also integrate, like letting them watch a movie. So these students, or these 5 learners I have chose in my advisory class. So as what have you observed, all of them, 3 male and 2 female, were under frustration level during the pretest. And okay, this is an example of week 6 wherein I have let them watch a movie. So this is one of the sessions I conducted. So this session is during Catch Up Friday. So it is divided into two. For the morning session, I let them watch a movie. For the afternoon session, I let them do the activities. So this is an example of my field note from my reading specialist. Anyway, my reading specialist is a highly dedicated and busy professional, which is why she was only able to observe my sessions once due to her packed schedule. So during that observation, she encouraged me to continue implementing my reading memorization plan as intended. However, she unexpectedly observed my sessions again during the 4th week. After that observation, she provided me with valuable verbal feedback, suggesting that to prevent my students from losing interest and to help them remain engaged, I should consider incorporating a strategy where the students watched a movie. That's why during the 5th week, she observed and gave some suggestions. So the purpose of integrating a movie into the reading memorization session is to strengthen students' reading comprehension as well. By watching a movie that is related to the reading material, students can visually connect with the story or content, enhancing their understanding. Unfortunately, towards my end of my reading memorization sessions, my reading specialist was unable to continue her support as she had passed the NQuest exam and was occupied with related seminars. So, despite her absence, her suggestions provided me with meaningful strategies to continue my sessions. So this is the result of the pretest. So the result of the pretest in my readings in reading show that 9 learners were struggling with reading comprehension, falling into the frustration level. So from these 9 learners, I selected 5 from the grade 11 BPP students, senior high school students, to undergo the intervention. So to identify the readers for intervention, I used the field reassessment tool to measure and describe their reading performance in English and English oral reading and comprehension. So the assessment revealed that the learners had difficulty with word pronunciation, often mispronouncing, repeating, or even omitting words. And this table shows the pretest record of miscues as what you observed in this pronunciation part or mispronunciation part. It showed that they mispronounce a lot of words. They have omitted some words as well. Example, the word reddened. They read it as red only. So they omit that one. So this one is the result of the postcast after the rememorization sessions for 6 weeks. So the result offer a detailed breakdown of the reading session or the types of miscues are made, as well as comprehension scores that reflect the students' overall reading proficiency. If we compare it from the pretest, this shows that 3 students improved their reading skills. However, 2 students remained in the frustration level. So the results show that while students made significant progress, others continued to face considerable difficulties. Example, student A, he demonstrated solid improvement, maintaining his instructional reading level, while student B Because of his absenteeism, he contributed to limited progress, keeping him at the frustration level. Student C showed positive growth with minimal miscues and a high comprehension score, reflecting solid reading development. For student D and E, they faced ongoing challenges. Student D remained at the frustration level with minimal improvement, while student E, inconsistent attendance due to pregnancy, hindered her progress. The analysis in this part highlighted the importance of regular attendance and targeted interventions for struggling readers. As what I have mentioned, student E got pregnant. That's why she wasn't able to attend all of the sessions I had. But I let her take the post-test exam because she went to school. She has to get all the test papers that she has to take for the examination for her to get some grades as well. Moving forward, focused individualized support and continued engagement would be essential for further student development in reading. So, overall, the findings underscore the importance of regular attendance and targeted individualized interventions to address specific reading challenges and foster continued progress in reading fluency and comprehension. So, the analysis of the pre-test and post-test results for the five grade 11 BPP students highlights both progress and challenges in their reading improvement. To conclude this video and reflecting on the results of the 6-week remediation, it is clear that while teachers play a crucial role in addressing students' reading needs, the students themselves have a significant impact on their own improvement. So, the progress seen over the weeks highlights how essential it is for students to take an active role in their learning, applying effort and motivation alongside the support and guidance provided by us, by the teachers. Ultimately, their combined efforts create a foundation for lasting success in reading. It has something to do with the combined effort of the teacher and the learner as well. Without their collaboration or their effort in the remediation would be useless only. That's why their effort, their presence, it plays an important role for their own improvement. So that's it for my video, and I hope that you have learned something for this reading remediation, and hope to see you next time. Thank you so much. Goodbye.